Bonsoir les amis. Alors là, j'ai décidé de recommencer un jeu qui me tenait à cœur. Je l'avais fait il y a 5 ans, à peu près. 5 ans. C'est The Cat Lady. Et The Cat Lady, c'est un jeu qui m'avait traumatisé finalement. Petit point and click, ça paye pas de mine. Par contre, l'histoire est très inspirante, réaliste, psychotique. La psychologie est mise en avant. C'est assez dur, c'est assez space. J'ai adoré l'histoire de cette femme.
My name is
Donc,
Susan
du coup,
Ashworth.
j'avais envie de recommencer ce jeu justement parce que j'ai trouvé ça mais tellement bon, tellement réaliste. Que l'on va faire ça. Alors, je vais me remettre juste ici.
I live alone in this old two-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true. But I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway.
La femme au chat.
I only trust my cats these days, and I will miss them dearly. But they will understand, like they always have. Teacup stays with me till the end. He watches me, as if he knew.
Un jeu très intelligent.
Because earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard. And now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down.
Oui.
Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
Déjà l'intro elle est dure quand même je trouve. Parce qu'on sait pas trop où est-ce que ça va nous mener. Enfin je trouve que c'est assez dur. J'adore en plus la voix de cette personne. Alors je sais plus trop comment on joue par contre. Mais quel talent d'écriture. Vraiment content de faire partager ce jeu. De toute façon je vais refaire partager plein d'autres jeux parce que comme j'ai viré toutes mes anciennes vidéos, je recommence tout. Mais bon on va recommencer tout, c'est pas grave. Alors. C'est Suzanne. Il me semble que c'est ça son nom, Suzanne. Qu'elle s'appelait d'ailleurs. Ouais, c'est comme ça que ça se faisait. Ok, ça marche. Je me sens étrangement attiré ici. Je dois trouver un moyen de déverrouiller ce cadenas pour rentrer. Donc là, c'est fermé. Ah, j'adore. Alors. J'ai pas sursauté, hein. possible. Hop. C'est fermé. Bon, 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 bon.
Huh? What's making that noise? Hello? Who's there? Answer me.
C'est elle. Alors, tourner la tête. Ah, la clé. Dans sa bouche. Super, on a la clé. Alors, vous voyez déjà là, on peut voir ça, c'est assez strange quand même. Hein. C'est assez dédoublement de personnalité. Enfin, je peux pas vous en raconter trop, mais franchement, ce jeu, il te reste, voilà. Ça serait dommage de vous gâcher tout ça. En plus, je me souviens pas du tout, mais par contre, je me souviens très bien de la fin. Et il te laisse pas indifférent. C'est vraiment très talentueux, quoi. Aborder ce côté un peu schizophrénie. Un petit élan. Ah non, c'est pas un élan ça. Oh, bien que. Je sais pas. Alors, on va prendre la clé. Alors, la planche à tirer. Ok, tiens, qu'il y a un interrupteur. Machine, prendre le cœur de pierre. Alors, trop de temps sans sacrifice peut rendre le cœur de pierre. Ok. Qui dit machine après tout. Bon, de toute façon. Attends. Ok. Je vais revenir sur nos pas. Je vais peut-être suivre la biche là, l'élan, le fan, peu importe. On va essayer de voir s'il nous a pas laissé une petite corde, un petit truc. Voilà, puisqu'apparemment il est quand même présent. Eh, c'est encore toi. Mais pendu cette fois-ci. Vous voyez, on l'avait vu dans le brancard. Là maintenant, on est pendu quoi. Alors. Casser l'os brillant autour de son cou. Laisse une clé. Ok, alors attends. Donc ici, que je sois bien sûr. Ok.
I can't remember this place. Am I lost?
Donc en fait, elle se souvenait pas de cet endroit. Hein. Assez hostile quand même. Hein. Ok, ouvrir. C'est fermé aussi. Attends, j'ai pas vu. Ok, hop. Saloperie de corbac. Le corbeau va certainement se poser sur le corps. Elle m'en souvient plus du tout. Hein. Il s'est tiré. Attends. Il doit y avoir un truc avec le corbeau. Parce que je me souviens plus trop. Voilà. Il faut bien le suivre. Voilà, on arrive dans un endroit plus étrange encore, où finalement l'élan s'est fait... le cerf, hein, c'est un cerf ensuite. C'est à peu près la même famille quand même. S'est fait ratatiner. Quelqu'un d'autre ici, retirer le couteau. Voilà, donc on peut pas rien faire, on peut pas le dépecer forcément. De toute façon, il n'est pas spécialement en forme. Alors on va déverrouiller la porte, qui était la porte de l'autre côté. Et là, on va pouvoir prendre le couteau et utiliser pour la corde. Et badaboum. Allez-y. Nous allons aller ouvrir ce portail à tête de cochon.
Welcome to my house, Susan Ashworth. I have been waiting for you, my dear. I knew you would turn up one fine day like this.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one. But I'm curious, who do you think I am?
Alors, moi je pense, qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait bien dire Ouais, ce serait trop simple. Bon, allez, hop.
Interesting. Yes, perhaps that's what I am. I come when there's something to take, but I never give anything back. I am doom, but I'm salvation too. I'm feared by most, but adored by some also. Some like yourself, Susan.
Don't flatter yourself, old lady. I don't even know you.
Well, that's not quite right. I've been around for a while, keeping you company. Always there, you know? Always there.
So I was was wrong. You're not death?
No, I am not. Perhaps I am life. But then again, does it really matter?
What is this place?
This, my dear, is my humble kingdom, and this house is my castle. I rarely invite people in, just like you. I like my solitude. But you are a special guest, and I'm going to make
Elle
an
inspire pas
exception.
confiance quand même. Hein.
Me? Special? I can tell you now that there's nothing special about me, lady.
Don't bring yourself down, Susan Ashworth. Today, you are my guest of honor.
What will happen next?
Depends on you, Susan. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see.
Oh, si, pas peur.
There is also something that will make you want to return to where you came from and cherish every single little breath you take. I'm going to make you an offer, Susan. It's a chance only a fool would refuse.
Okay. An offer? What can you offer me?
Let's come inside. It's getting cold out here.
Alors, le Lonely Seashore.
Please don't touch anything, dear.
I wasn't going to.
You
D'accord,
lied to the
d'accord.
whole world, Susan. And you lied to yourself.
Est-ce sa conscience?
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
Alors... Ah, donc là on a appris déjà quelque chose. Vais-je être puni pour m'être suicidé? Parce que là, il faut que vous remettez l'introduction où elle avait pris justement des trucs pas sympathiques pour qu'elle puisse faire dodo. Hop là.
Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not
Je
you,
peux vous assurer
Susan.
que ce jeu, il est d'une
You
moralité
see, I watched you long enough to understand how you
avec
feel.
une compréhension,
I
avec
don't
des
expect you
émotions.
to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you.
C'est vraiment...
Who knows? I could be
Très,
your
très bon jeu.
only friend.
Je ne sais plus à quel tarif il est,
The
mais je
only
vous
friend
recommande
in
de le
the
faire ou de me
whole
suivre.
wide world. So, like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I
C'est
want
la
to
petite
help
histoire,
you.
franchement, qui
I will give
est
you back
super
your
sympa,
happiness in exchange
traumatisante.
for a simple task.
C'est vraiment avec plaisir que je
Your
refais
life
ce jeu.
will
J'avais envie de le
change
refaire.
completely. You would be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
Alors, est-ce que tu es ma
I
conscience?
still don't really know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me, but there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate.
Tu es mon ange.
The Queen of
Ah.
Maggots.
Pas forcément ce que tu as envie
Is that
d'entendre.
what you are? No, there isn't. There never is.
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Dead and gone. I guess that's me. What do you want me
Fort
to do?
possible.
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? They're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Tan, 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 tan. Là, la petite Suzanne, elle commence à se dire,
What's
oulala.
your offer then?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods. And I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special. Just like you, only in a slightly different way.
What makes you think I want to go back? I finally did it. I killed myself.
Ah oui.
That's all I ever wanted. And yet, it turns out to be
Même
just
ça,
another failure.
on la laisse pas tranquille.
I want this suffering to stop.
Impossible, même le suicide, personne ne veut.
Susan, you don't
pauvre Suzanne.
realize that the suffering never stops, do you? It only gets worse. This place is a passage between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You enter one of these corridors and you never come back. But you don't cease to exist. You remain.
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites. That's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Oh, putain.
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter, serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction. A dark angel walking through the river of blood. You'll find your purpose in life, and you see for the first time how satisfying it can be.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Ouais.
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. But I also know that you don't want to suffer, and those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will
On va s'en
die.
occuper, on va
You
s'en
have
charger.
the opportunity to make the difference. And the chance to save yourself.
Pourquoi tu m'as
I'm a
choisi?
failure. Why did you choose me? Aren't you afraid I will let you down, whatever it is I have to do? Most days, it's enough of a struggle to crawl out of bed. I don't see the point in anything. I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy.
Bon, je suis pas
Everywhere I
d'accord,
turn,
hein.
there are people filled with hope and
Ça, c'est un
will
petit
to
mix, faut
live.
pas s'inquiéter.
Or people so pitiful, they make me ashamed to be alive.
Voilà.
I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am
Il a fallu
alone.
que je fasse un petit montage vite fait, par
I just want to vanish.
This is the very reason I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I know how you feel, because I felt like this myself for a very long time. You and me are very much alike. If you succeed, you
Ah, j'en ai
will
perdu
never
le-
feel broken again.
J'en ai perdu ma petite image. Voilà, petite réanimation. Ouais, c'est pas marrant, hein. Attendez, je vais juste me permettre de... Il aime pas. Bon.
I can't do this. It's too much.
Il aime pas, il aime pas. C'est
Dealing
parce que
with
j'ai proposé
criminals
un
is
jeu en
job
fait
for the
à
police,
mon
not
pote.
someone like me.
un frère tech et du coup,
Indeed,
comme c'est un
you
joueur de
are
Rimworld,
weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
What?
je vais juste me revirer ça
This is
vite
the
fait.
last thing I wanted. Please,
Voilà.
can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot die.
It's blackmail. You can't do that.
I'm doing it for your own good. Anyway, you are in no position to bargain with me. You will either go and do what you have to do, or suffer for eternity. Forever unable to find your peace.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here? Let's go inside. I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me. Yes, it's you, Susan. Come closer. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you'd endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you can't.
Alors... Un peu facilement. Hop, voilà. Ok. Non, je pense pas que...
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
C'est parti.
Fine. I'll do what you want.
Excellent. I'm glad you have put your trust in me.
I haven't really got anyone else.
You shall not regret lights up.
De retour à la maison.
We're back in the house.
Yes, but there is something else that must be done. You cannot leave my kingdom before a sacrifice is made.
What? Isn't it enough already?
Do not worry, my child. This is a mere formality I'm speaking of. The door to your world won't open unless you make a sacrifice of soul and a sacrifice of blood.
It doesn't sound good at all.
See those candles here? Just blow one out, and that's it. Like I said, it's just a formality. Then on your way out, you will have to shed a few drops of blood.
Ah bah
Not
attends,
much, just a bit.
au début
Enough to
faut souffler les chandelles et
open the
après
door.
finalement faut se
How
vider quoi.
much exactly?
Don't be afraid. It's easy. Anyone can do it. Just a sharp scratch. Is that how you used to say it?
Allez,
Fine. I'll do that. Wish me luck, strange lady.
I do. When you leave my house, head to the field. That's where you should be. Goodbye, my child. I'm not going to be far. I've never been.
They left me no choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
Ah oui, ça.
See how easy that was? Now, head back to the field.
C'est des
You've got a
thèmes,
job to do, Susan.
c'est des thèmes abordés qui sont assez compliqués à expliquer quand même. C'est dur, c'est dur ce petit jeu.
What the? How did I get back here?
Non, bah non. Je pense pas que ça soit utile de... visionner le corps. En tout cas, les musiques, elles sont vraiment chouettes. Alors là, tout de suite, on va virer la planche. Voilà. Et là, je me souviens bien. Ah oui, je me souviens bien, regardez. Voilà. Alors ça, c'était quelques gouttes de sang. La pauvre Suzanne. La machine. Vous vous rendez compte quel talent artistique quand même. Que ce soit les images en 2D, le décor, le montage, la mise en place de l'histoire. Enfin, je trouve ça énorme. Il est énorme.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patience are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... No, it's not that. It's just...
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay, you probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
She's awake, Doctor.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
Donc finalement, nous sommes revenus à la vie. Les cachets n'ont pas fonctionné.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
L'infirmière, au moins, elle est très diplomate, super sympa. Fallait qu'elle parle. Fallait que je puisse l'écouter, en fait. Sans rétorquer, mais je pouvais l'écouter. Elle avait besoin de discuter. La petite dame, elle en a gros sur la patate. Hein. Le travail n'est pas facile, quand même. Hein. Infirmier, c'est un métier. Hein. Et c'est, en plus, hein, ils n'ont pas les moyens nécessaires. Donc, alors... Ça... C'est fait.
Bad dream?
Alors...
Yeah, a really bad one.
I knew it. I could see as soon as I came in the room that you were having a nightmare. I guess I shouldn't have woken you up. What was it about?
Moi, je peux tout te dire, hein, tu sais. En l'état que je suis, on peut se confier.
Actually, it reminds me of something that happened the other day. There was this woman on the emergency unit, and she really wanted to smoke, you know? But they wouldn't let her, of course. She wasn't well at all, not just injured, but not right in the head. She was on 10 litres of oxygen through the face mask. She had to stay in bed, she was told. But she wouldn't listen, of course, and as soon as they'd left, she lit up a fag. The whole room went up in flames, and so did she. I guess you didn't really want to know that, did you? That's just me and my big gob. Typical. I never know when to shut up.
What was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes. I'll be here till the morning. To be honest, I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
What
D'accord,
happened
en
to
fait,
me?
c'est ta pause.
How much do you
coquine.
remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I
oui.
remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then...
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On lui dit la vérité? On lui dit pas la vérité? Voilà.
I woke
allez.
up here, and I saw you. Can you now tell me who found me, and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead.
Suzanne, t'as une fille?
My daughter.
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry. When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Bah attends, tu viens de faire une description comme quoi le mec c'était un manipulateur pour que je puisse rester le plus longtemps possible, et puis maintenant tu me dis que quand même il fait bien son travail. Jusqu'à me redire la
Tell
même
me
chose.
more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes on the ward often. usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you, but Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying
Tu vas
about him?
t'enfermer, ma grande.
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave.
Il est
Or
juste
maybe
gentil,
it's
mais il
something
pue,
he
quoi.
eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure, but it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway.
Non, mais attends, on va pas
I
tout lui
think
dire,
I made
Suzanne.
it very clear when I swallowed those pills.
Allez,
I'm tired. Let
attends,
me sleep now.
faut que je
Fine.
fasse dodo.
I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't.
Ah.
But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest as possible. It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
Allez,
This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
alors, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? Oui, pour moi, ce n'était pas un bon père, j'ai grandi sans avoir de père. Allez, hop.
Yeah, I had a great dad. I have very fond memories of my father. He was always there for me, no matter what I did. He never got angry or upset. I suppose I never really gave him any reasons to be. I was a good child. Not perfect. But then again, no one's perfect. Whatever made me try to kill myself, it definitely has nothing to do with him.
Where is he now?
He died 6 years ago. Cancer.
Do you miss him?
Of course I miss him. How can you even ask me that?
It's my job to ask these questions, Susan. let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
Allez.
I can't complain. My mum was great. She brought me up well. Her heart gave up. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. When Dad first got diagnosed with cancer, it was too much for her. He kept pretending he was fine, but she just couldn't take it. Her heart gave up. She died quickly. My father kept fighting it. Another 8 months of illness and intensive chemo finally beat him, though. He thought he was unbeatable, but he wasn't.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
Ok, alors le lit, oreiller, examiné. Un frisson. Fais-moi dessus. Hop là. Donc il n'y a rien. Non. Alors il est 10h09. Enfin 8 pardon. Oula. Prendre des gants. Prendre un gant, prendre beaucoup de gants. Allez, on en prend beaucoup. Voilà, on a une paire de gants. Et il y avait un évier. Hop, 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 hop. Faire couler l'eau froide, faire couler l'eau chaude, fermer le robinet. Ok.
Hello? I guess I should wait my turn.
Donc, les toilettes. Ah. Bien étrange. Non. Ok. Et là, l'horloge n'est pas la même heure. Donc ça commence à devenir bien chelou quand même. C'est pas Anne Burton, 35 ans.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
D'accord. Oui, ok. Forcément.
Please do not touch these. They are all
Ouais, mais
confidential
bon,
documents.
t'as la honte.
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
Ça va pas être commode, elle. Et ici, on peut pas sortir, forcément.
Let me through. I'm going home.
Can I see the discharge letter first? If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through.
You have no right. I am a free person, and I'll do what I want. I'm not staying here a minute longer.
I'll have to see the letter first. May I ask what your name is?
My name is Mary Smith. Let me through,
Pas besoin de
please.
connaître mon nom.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you, Mum.
Peut-être
You
qu'on
should
s'en
talk to
souvient
the
pour tout
doctor
à l'heure, mais
first
bon.
and come back with a letter and some form of identification.
Allez, ouf. Ça va rien donner. Les toilettes, du coup.
Hello?
Ok, bon, eh
I
bien,
guess I should
écoute,
wait my turn.
on va rien obtenir dans les toilettes. Donc, là, on a fait un peu le tour. Le lit, on s'allonge. D'accord. Est-ce que je peux encore en prendre de ça, là?
I've got enough gloves in my pocket. There's no need to take more.
Ça, génial. Alors. Écoute, je fais ce que je peux. Si, attends. Je vais laisser couler l'eau quand même. Ça va bien faire chier le monde. Eau chaude. Voilà. C'est comme les casseurs flotteurs. Suzanne Flotteur. Allez, eau chaude. Voilà. On peut toujours pas faire quoi que ce soit ici. Non. Est-ce que je peux me faire passer pour l'autre? D'accord, non, je peux pas. On refait la petite vérification. Bon. Est-ce que j'avais papoté avec elle? Comme ça, au naturel.
Is Liz here?
And who's Liz?
That young nurse who was here last night. Black hair, very chatty. She said her name was Liz.
I'm sorry. A lot of people come through here. I can't remember everyone's name. Can you return to your bed now, please? It's nearly time for your medication. I can't be chasing around after every single patient.
Beg your pardon?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right?
Ah.
Hi. Are you all right? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
I miss her so much. I can't remember you very well. But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Uh... Anne Burton.
No, that's my name. You don't know my mother, you little liar.
Mince.
Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Bon, on peut plus parler, c'est sûr.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Un beau nom. Je trouve que... Alice.
Alice.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name.
On va tous les faire.
The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Alors, finalement, si c'est pas Alice, ça sera Sarah.
Sarah.
No. If you really are a friend, you will know my
Bon,
mother's
ce qui est
name.
bien, c'est qu'elle est un petit peu amnésique. Hein. Je peux lui reposer la même question. C'est un petit peu le principe du poisson rouge. Hein.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Mais c'est un petit peu toxico quand même. Donc on peut pas... Bon, Sarah, c'était pas bon.
Mandy.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
On se souvient
If
pas.
you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second.
Bon, de toute façon, voilà, on y est, quoi.
Elizabeth.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
On va tous les
If you
faire. De toute
really
façon, on
are
va
a
me dire au
friend,
bout d'un moment que
you
c'est pas
will know
possible,
my
quoi.
mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Joan.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's
Bon, il
name.
en reste qu'un.
The name that haunts
Ça va
me.
être trop nouille.
A beautiful name.
Et après, si
But
ça
I know
marche
it.
pas, bah...
Let me just think for a second.
Ça marche pas, quoi.
Mary?
No,
Voilà.
you're
Donc,
wrong.
c'est ce que je pensais.
Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Allez, salut. Aux toilettes. Alors, poubelle. D'accord, miroir. Ok. Alors, soulever. D'accord. Bonne chose de faite.
someone is coming.
Ah, ça, c'est ma copine.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
Tiens, non. Non, si, tiens.
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Pas trop que je joue à ça parce que elle va me donner des trucs de drogue.
Are you kidding me? I'm not taking any medication. I'm not ill.
Oh, you should know we are only following the doctor's orders here. You do want to get better, don't you? Now, let me have a quick look at your name band. Miss Ashworth, I strongly suggest you take this, all right?
Allez.
That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Tu parles, elle va pioncer la petite là. Elle va aller au dodo.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Ouais, tu m'étonnes. Attends, faut analyser ce genre de situation quand même. Oh oui. Ah bah oui, là c'est dans un autre monde là quand même. Allez. Hop. Et bonne nuit. Alors qu'on aurait pu visiter. J'aurais peut-être dû continuer finalement.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
L'horloge est bien pétée. Où t'es encore là, toi? D'accord. Donc... Tesson de verre. Si, moi je vois, moi. Ah. Alors attends, ça a marché, donc ça veut dire que là je vais boucher les toilettes. On va boucher les toilettes. Donc, c'est intéressant. Ah, il y a une inscription. L. O, D, I. L, Lido. Attends, qu'est-ce que ça fait si je fais ça là? Les toilettes fuient. Les toilettes fuient. Qu'est-ce que... Attends. O-E-I-L. Ok. Parce que... Hop. Là, je vais pouvoir lui dire que j'ai les toilettes bouchées. Normalement.
Someone is coming.
Je peux pas faire pipi là.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
The toilet's blocked.
Oui.
What? Well, that's hardly an emergency.
It is when you need to use it urgently, like I do.
I see. Fine, I'll sort it out. Just give me a minute. It's the gloves. Again! I guess I'll have to get my hands dirty since the cleaner's called in sick.
Donc là, je me casse. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut faire ça? Voilà. Ah, mais j'ai pas de stylo.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine.
Oh putain, ça marche.
Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, right.
Oh non.
Name band. I think I left it in my room. I'll go and get it, shall I?
Allez. Attends, parce qu'elle est là.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you, after all.
Ah,
I'm
elle.
sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart. Something's wrong with this place.
I think it's really nice here. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favourite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
I see. How about we swap our name bands?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. But that would be like a favour to you, yeah?
Well, technically, you wouldn't lose anything, because I'd give you my name band instead. Does that make any sense?
Sure, yeah. I do want something better in return, though. I'm not that stupid. I know you'll use it to
Oh,
get
bah,
out
attends,
of
tu te
here.
fous de ma tronche là.
Oh, I never said you're stupid. I just really want to go home. Please understand.
That's fine. I don't mind. I'll give it to you if you get me the red stuff. What do you say?
I thought nurses give it to you anyway.
No, not that. I'm talking about the real thing. Something you can only get in the world of dreams. Now that is something special.
Is it safe?
It's perfectly safe.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it. I drink it down, and my pain goes away. Without it, I just feel so angry.
Je vais te donner le
It's
tesson,
like I'm
ouais.
going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can. I see it in my dreams sometimes. It's where the nurses are. But in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
Bon.
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful. They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor woman.
Genre, je peux pas couper là? Non. Putain, un récipient de médicaments. Ah non, ça va rien donner. Oh là là. Ouais, et puis là c'est... hop, hop, hop. Bon, faut que je fasse la méchante encore. Si je m'allonge, ça fait quoi? Ok, donc... Faut que j'aille revoir mes mères.
It wasn't you who did it, was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone just stuck a bunch of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's sorted now. I just hope it's the last time I've put my hands in that stinking toilet.
Je vais être obligé de recommencer. Ah, c'était quoi le papier au fait? Ok, 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 ok. Alors... Faut retourner chercher une paire de gants. Forcément. faut être méchante. Voilà. Hop. Voilà, on a tout. Voilà, c'est parce que c'est sa petite pilule, finalement, ça va être la sanction. Bon, là, elle va me haïr, la pauvre. Ah, d'accord. Attends, faut trouver autre chose, là. C'était pour... Ah, c'est le miroir que je vise, mince. Voilà. Parce que c'était pour bloquer l'évier, finalement. Il veut pas. Tout simplement appuyer.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Are you really? You look fine to me.
No, I'm really not feeling well.
Fine, I'll call the doctor for you. But I can't help it if he's busy and can't get here straight away. In the meantime, I know how to make you feel better. I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Anne Burton, born in 1975.
Let me just check your name down quickly. Miss Ashworth, I think you got a little confused there. Drink this liquid now. It'll make you all better. That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Bon, j'ai dû foirer un truc là.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Ouais, c'est là où on va bien chez là. Alors, on va pas rentrer par ici. On va poursuivre. Ah, c'est sa grosse pilule rouge. Voilà, cœur de narcotique. Est-ce que là, on peut pas l'ouvrir? Ça m'a l'air plutôt pas mal. Utiliser. Je le remplirai avec ce médicament. Ah bah voilà. Et bah c'est parfait. Hop. But bon, j'espère que c'est ça que la petite Madame Burton a besoin.
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I
En tout cas,
can't
on l'a
let them do
conservé
that
dans
to me
l'inventaire.
again. I need to get out of here.
Allez hop. C'est étonné.
I've found the thing you asked me for, but are you absolutely certain it won't harm you?
Don't be silly. Of course it won't.
Je vais juste la tuer.
Fine. I hope you know what you're doing. Can I have your name band now, please?
Yes. No matter what they say, I do keep my promises.
What do they... You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you for your help.
Parfait. Ouf.
Sorry, Mom, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Here. Are you happy now?
Yes, that seems fine. Can I just check your name band to confirm that you are indeed Anne Burton?
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you knew how to read. There you go. Can I go now?
Of course. Thank you, Mom.
Eh ben super.
We'll see you soon.
No, you won't. Now get out of my way.
Ah super, on se casse. On va quand même continuer un peu, on va explorer. Oh, attends. La curiosité va faire que... Ah mince, je peux pas. Oh, dommage. Oh non.
And you must be Susan Ashworth.
Well, perhaps I am?
Do you mind if I ask you where you're heading to?
I was just going for a little walk, stretch my legs, get some fresh air. Give it a rest. I'm not going anywhere.
Miss Ashworth, please relax. There's been a mistake. You have been prescribed wrong medication. I apologize sincerely on behalf of my team and the hospital, but luckily we managed to spot it on time.
On time? You have no idea what I've been through?
Once again, I'm truly sorry. I promise no more drugs will be given to you. I personally guarantee you will have a good, peaceful sleep tonight, and you can be discharged in the morning.
Why can't I go tonight? I want to go now.
I'm really sorry, but we can't legally discharge suicidal patients without a full psychiatric assessment. It's too late for it now, but I promise we'll have a chat in my office first thing in the morning, okay? And then you can go home. Is that all right?
On est mal barré.
I haven't really got much choice, have I?
Oh là là, je me souvenais plus, mais j'étais tout content d'avoir réussi le truc là.
Now I'd like to ask you some questions about your life, Susan.
Bon, on a quand même réussi.
You might find
L'histoire
them
continue.
very personal, but it's important that you answer me as honestly as possible.
Fine. Let's get it over with then, shall we? I'd like to go home at last.
Of course, I understand. So, Susan, let's see. Are you living alone at the moment?
Alors... Attends, parce que est-ce qu'il veut faire de la parano, de la schizo, est-ce qu'il va me dire ça, ou si je suis tout seul?
I live on my own, and it suits me just fine. I don't need anyone. People mostly bore me. Sometimes they annoy me or upset me.
Peut-être pas, en fait.
I'm happy with how things are at the moment. I have my little bit of space.
J'aurais
And
peut-être pas
it's
dû
my
faire ça,
own.
en fait.
It's private. I'd like to keep it that way.
What do you do for a living?
Bon, socialement, on va
I'm
dire
a
qu'on fait ça.
waitress. I work in a cafe.
You do? Do you like it?
It's okay. I don't mind it. It's just a job.
It's important to keep busy. I'd advise you get back to work as soon as next week.
Aucun problème.
I will.
Describe to me what your mornings look like. What is the first thing you do each day?
Alors... Je prends une tasse de thé et je lis le journal. Je pense ou je prends un petit déjeuner des céréales. Le plus, je pense que ça
I
serait
eat
bien ça.
breakfast. Cereal usually.
Excellent. A healthy breakfast at the start of the day is
Je vais
extremely
pas me faire
important.
piéger, t'inquiète pas, je vais pas rester là.
Would you say that you feel safer at home than outside?
Yeah, I suppose. It's not really about safety. I've just felt sad for a long time now. Really sad, you know? Somehow it brings me down even more when I go out and see all those happy, successful people. It makes me feel more like a failure. If I don't see it, it doesn't hurt that much.
What do you think is missing in your life? Or rather, what is one thing that you think would make your life better?
A good friend.
Ouais, je
Someone I
pense que
could
ça serait
finally
bien ça.
trust. But I can't see anyone will turn up anytime soon. I've become a social hermit. People avoid me.
You'll have to try to open up a bit. Hopefully the suicide watch worker will work with you on that.
Don't think it'll help much. I heard they're not very good.
Really? Sorry to hear that. Have you ever attended group therapy for depression or some other form of counseling?
No, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Especially the group therapy thing. I'd hate it.
You should at least give it a go first, and then decide. If you don't like it, we can think of something else, yeah?
If you insist. But I doubt it'll help.
Do you have problems sleeping?
Rarely. I sleep well most nights. If anything, I probably sleep too much.
Would you describe for me how you feel at the moment?
I feel fine now. I feel like I want to change my life for the better. Not really sure how yet, but I really want to try.
Do you find it hard to concentrate?
No, not really.
Do you drink alcohol, Susan?
No,
That's good. Alcohol is a powerful depressant.
I never really liked drinking.
Excellent. Sometimes when life gets too much and people feel sad or upset, they think about suicide. Do you often think about suicide?
Ah, mais si je dis ça, c'est-à-dire que j'y pense, hein, j'y repense, donc on
No,
peut te dire ça.
of course not. I don't know what got into me. It's hard to explain why I did it. I must have thought there was no other options left. But I never used to think about it or plan it. It just happened. As if I'd suddenly
Très
lost
bonne
control.
réponse.
I knew what I was doing was wrong, and yet I was unable to stop it. Strange, isn't it?
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
It was just a sudden impulse. I'm ashamed of it now. I had a really rotten day, you know? I felt like I was suffocating between the four walls of my bedroom. It just would get worse and worse. By the afternoon, I realized I cried for the past 3 hours. I didn't even know I'd been crying until I went to the bathroom and saw my face in the mirror. I looked like a ghost. I looked like I was dead already, you know? And then I saw the sleeping pills. I thought, why not? And I did it.
Do you feel as if you're a burden, or that life isn't worth living?
Not anymore. It's strange. But I feel lighter. I feel stronger. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
My cats. I always put out a bowl of food for the stray cats. They're ever so grateful. I like their company.
What makes you feel worse?
On va dire ça.
Loneliness. I wish I had someone to talk to sometimes.
And yet you seem to avoid people.
Because they're only interested in themselves.
Not all of them, surely. I'm beginning to think you are actually afraid of finding a friend, because it would force you to come out of your shell.
Call it what you like. I'll sure be glad when I find the right person someday.
Have you imagined your funeral, and how people will react to your death?
Ouais, mais alors attends, parce que si je réponds ce genre de choses, c'est-à-dire que je vais pas bien.
Oh, I never really thought about that. But I guess it would be a cheap one. I don't really know what they do with people like me. Maybe they just throw us in a hole and forget about it, since there'd be nobody to visit my grave anyway.
I don't think so, Susan. The city would pay for it.
Or so they want people to believe.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this might be important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
This has nothing to do with him. Can I go home now, please?
Fine. I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask, are you going to do it again?
Bien sûr que non.
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here. There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
We must go, Susan. You are not safe here.
But...
Please, you must follow me. Quickly.
D'accord.
I went after her. The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry!
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here. The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute. Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you. Please trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape. Let's go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
C'est quoi ici? D'accord. Ok. C'est les urgences.
I think I can hear someone coming.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way. Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
What are we doing on the roof? Liz! What the hell are you doing? And why is there blood on your clothes? Liz!
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape. Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
This is a bad idea. Come down and we'll talk.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway. No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one about the woman in A&E?
C'est pas ça plutôt? Non. Oh. Bah rien dit du tout, ouais.
Actually, I don't think you told me that story.
Maybe I didn't. Or maybe you just didn't pay attention like everyone else.
But, okay, I can prove to you that I listened. Just don't jump, please.
You can prove it? Fine. I'll give you a second chance. Did I tell you about my flatmate? Did I tell you what one of them does for a living? If you really listened, you will remember this one.
She's a waitress.
A waitress? You're full of crap after all. You never listened.
I did. I swear I did. I was really tired and drugged up when we talked, so I can't remember exactly what you said. But it doesn't mean I don't care.
You don't! Nobody does.
Bon, je crois que
My
c'est
colleagues
clair.
don't care, my family don't care, even My fucking boyfriend never cared. He said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
On your wedding day.
Do you really think so? You're a liar. You never listened to a single word I said. But it's okay. It doesn't really
Mais le
matter
pire, c'est que je suis
anymore.
sûr qu'elle m'a
You
rien
didn't
dit, quoi.
cause me this
Attends.
pain, this suffering.
Méfie-toi parce
I
que je
have
vais
to
tout
do this
revisionner.
to be free again. Jump with me, Susan. Do it while you still can.
Non, non, non. C'est avec tristesse qu'on voit encore et qu'on déplore le malheur des gens, voilà, les situations de souffrance. Voilà. Le stress du
After
travail,
that,
pas
I
écouté.
went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you were absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Susan, I know Liz well. She
Sure.
wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine. I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's alright.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway. The door is locked?
I plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong. I feel like I really got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life. I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones. You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it. For what it's worth, I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
Tu m'as planté. Bon,
Where am I?
décidément. Deuxième fois que j'y passe. Ouais, voilà le corbeau.
Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course. I will get you out of here. Unless Susan wants to stay. I thought so. There are two doors leading out of this place. One of them will simply take Susan back to where she belongs. But behind the other one, there is a great reward for her. It's something she always wanted. Something she longs for every single day.
Where are those doors? I can't see them.
Just walk back to the right side of the stage. Ideally, the Susan can't miss them. Does Susan like my girls? I knew she would.
Ils sont superbes.
Whatever they are, tell them to stop staring.
But they are here to guide Susan. They are the guardians of the doors. They know which door she should enter to get her rewards. But there is one problem.
There's always a problem. I'm not even surprised. Which door should I go through?
I will leave that to Susan's own best judgment. But this might be her only chance to find what she had lost. Waste it. And Susan will never get it back. Susan has one question. And she can only ask one of them. She must use it wisely.
Fine, I can do that. But what's the catch?
It's very simple. One of my girls always tells the truth, while the other one always lies.
And I'm guessing you can't tell me which is which?
It's something I've forgotten myself a long time ago, Susan. But does it really matter? One question is all Susan needs to find the right door.
Which door will take me back to my world?
Bon, allez, on tente. C'est pas tellement mon monde, ça. Oh, chier. Bon, c'est pas moi quand même. Pourtant l'heure y ressemble. De l'horloge. C'était ma chambre. Ah, un asticot. Une housse mortuaire. Et c'est tout. Alors... Ah oui. Ouais, cet enfoiré m'a mis des coups de couteau là.
You treacherous, dirty bastard. I opened my heart to you, and you stabbed me to death in cold blood. You'll pay for this. I swear you will. But this means the old woman was right. I can't die. I'm immortal. I think it's time to find out how very mortal you are, Doctor.
Genre. Hop là. C'est un artiste en fait. tomber carrément chez le psychopathe, quoi.
You're gonna pay for this, you bastard.
Ça mène à quoi ça? Bon, attends. Qu'est-ce que je peux en faire de ça? Ok. Alors savon. Hop, évier. Alors attends. Qu'est-ce que ça va m'apporter la chaleur? Ah, lame de scie. Hop, 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 hop. Ah oui, d'accord. Vas-y, lumière, 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 lumière. Oh, salaud. Voilà, c'est parfait. Quel enfoiré quand même. D'accord. Ah bah tiens. Y'a rien dans ses poches. On va prendre ça, parce qu'il fallait de toute façon qu'on l'aiguise. On devrait raffermir le semaine de l'ordre. Voilà. Comme ça on a une masse. Boulon, barre de fer. Ça marche pas, je suppose. Je sais pas trop, on verra bien. On va essayer. Ça marche pas. Ce serait quand même étonnant, mais bon. Ah tiens. C'est ce que je pensais. Donc il faut que je fixe ça. Le squelette on peut plus rien faire. Il manque quelque chose. Ah tiens, voilà. Et bah tiens. Hop. Il a passé un sale quart d'heure quand même. Voilà. Et du coup... C'est un peu pas resserré. Non. Donc il manque encore quelque chose. Ah bah voilà. Putain, quand tu vois l'enfoiré quand même. Petite crapulette. Allons-y. Une lance et une masse, comme ça sera très très bien.
I don't need eyes to enjoy your fear. Scream louder, little bitch. Scream your lungs out. Louder, I said. Yes, this is by far my favorite of songs. Would you like me to dance for you? Unlike you, I know all art needs to be appreciated. Your scream is like a poem without words. Your body, an instrument. I never thought you had it in you, and yet you make every fiber in my body tremble with excitement. Your body will forever be admired by those like me, who understand the only pure and true form of art.
Allez, on va s'occuper de toi, mon grand. Et bah c'est parti. Putain que ça va faire mal.
You'll feel a sharp scratch.
Voilà, salaud.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He would have killed me. Like the others. The animal. You gave him what he deserved. Who are you?
They call me the Cat Lady. Now get out of here. Call the police. I'm going home.
Et bah voilà. Chapitre 3. Alors, chapitre 3, rivière. Donc le chapitre 3, on va le faire bien plus tard. Hein. Est-ce que c'est moi?
Standing by the river, I wonder.
Bon, on va se laisser ça.
Do I need a stone?
Et puis après, on le fera plus tard. Genre demain.
My heart is heavy enough.
Ou après-demain.
It will drag me down for sure.
Quel beau paysage. Oh, tu vas pas sauter quand même. Voilà, rentre à la maison. Voilà, parfait. Alors, petite sauvegarde, parce que c'est important. On n'écrit pas de nom. Écrire un nom entrée pour sauver... Ah, c'est pas Sabzou. C'est Spazou. Voilà, et on a sauvegardé. Écoutez, je vous souhaite une très bonne nuit. J'espère que cette petite vidéo va vous plaire. Vous allez voir, ce jeu en tout cas était enfin, est toujours intéressant, mais il est quand même énorme. Si vous visionnez les vidéos, il est quand même énorme. Moi, ce jeu, il me donne des frissons, mais c'est tellement c'est même pas grossier, c'est dans l'air du temps finalement. Enfin bon. Passez une très bonne soirée. Je vous dis à bientôt pour une prochaine vidéo. Ciao, ciao.